This is how you can make thousands of dollars in 2025 with airdrops. Today I'm going to teach you exactly the best airdrops right now that you can do. Statistically, the best airdrops are the airdrops that have to do with perpetual exchanges, meaning trading platforms that are decentralized. Think Binance, think Bybit, but decentralized, like Hyperliquid, Jupiter Perps, Drift, Zeta Markets, Sin Futures. All of these were amazing airdrops for us. And what we did is either provide liquidity or trade on these platforms, get points, and then get huge airdrops. So in today's video, after 3 weeks of work, I compiled this detailed list of perpetual exchanges. These are the 25 biggest perpetual exchanges from Ethereum, Solana, Aptos, and many other ecosystems. And I have ranked them according to market cap, 7-day, 30-day volume, the opportunity that you can do, how you can farm it, on which chains it resides, but also stats, Twitter profiles, token prices, and I have seen whether these are good or not opportunities. So today I'm going to show you 10 of the best opportunities across of these 25 projects so you can maximize your returns into 2025. I don't want to waste any time. You will find the link for this spreadsheet down below in the description so you can use this spreadsheet on your own. It's super simple. You go to File and make a copy and you take this locally. Now, I would highly suggest that you just save the link because I will be updating this spreadsheet. An airdrop here that is good now may not continue to be good. In 2 weeks from now, the volume may go down. They may launch even more tokens or the token price goes down. So I will be dynamically improving and continuously updating this to make sure that you have the detailed information. Now, let's waste no more time because we've got to see what the value in this document is and what we should actually be farming. But in any case, if you are interested in getting started with crypto airdrops, I have also created a paid course on Udemy that you can check out. It's very cheap and this is a great introduction to crypto airdrops. And I think you should actually go ahead and buy this if you're completely new to crypto airdrops. But after this advertisement, let's get started. So when you open up the spreadsheet, you have to understand what you're looking at. This is the name of the platform. This is the link of the platform, so you can join. This is the chain that the platform operates on. This is how you can take advantage. There are 3 options. You can stake the native token of the platform, you can trade, meaning use the perpetuals trading platform, and you can also LP, meaning you deposit money, you lend them out to them so they can use it for trading, and then you get a return of the trading fees. Okay, that's the 3 different things that usually happen on these platforms. Pretty simple. Then we've got the official Twitter of these platforms, and I forgot to add the Avantis platform, so let me do it with just a single click because Avantis is one of my favorite ones. Okay, so we've got the Twitter of Avantis. Here you can see the token price and the link to the associated chart. Not all of these have a token, but you know, if they have a token, we could really understand whether it's a good value proposition or not. If they don't have a token, it's really just empirically understanding which are the good opportunities and which are not. Then we've got the market cap of the coin, the fully diluted valuation. It's super important to note the fully diluted valuation. We've got the 7-day volume and the 30-day volume, so we can understand how big the platform is and whether, you know, the platform is growing or not. And for that, I also added the DeFi Llama stats for each platform. So you can see like a trend, if the trend goes up or down, how new the platform is, and all of these things. You can do a more thorough investigation. And here, the most important thing that I have made is the volume to FDV. This tells you how much volume they have for their FDV. You really want this value to be as high as possible. That means that the platform has low FDV, it's valued lower than the actual volume they do. So the more volume a platform has, the more perceived revenue and fees they make. So the more value they should have. So when you have the value on the denominator and you have the volume of the denominator, the higher this goes, the better the investment is. Okay, that's like a very simple way to look at it. So by using this equation, I have found 5 airdrops 5 platforms that are FDV wise undervalued and also market cap wise, as I see the chart. And I also have 2 opportunities that I think you should farm from the ones that they have not like launched their token up to yet. So I'm going to get started with each one of these. I'm going to skip all of the ones that I say avoid, because there is a very good reason for you to avoid these platforms. But I will not go into these reasons right now. For a very simple reason, I would tell you that Edis is on Aptos, that Satori is super old, that this one built on BNB and I don't like BNB, and that Vest and Desk are not really having some kind of huge growth or whatever, and I don't see them like being here for the long term, at least for now, but that's just my opinion. All of these numbers may change. One of the most important things that I would say specifically for Base is that they've got Avantis, which I believe is going to become the #1 exchange on Base. So this is the first platform that I suggest that you farm. Now, because I don't really want to waste the time of the prior people in this channel, I will leave a link for a YouTube video about Avantis, where I show you the exact strategy that can make you huge returns, and you can farm Avantis and Superform, 2 airdrops at once, only with USDC. So you can get actually great returns. All right, my friends? All right. So go watch that video to get started with Avantis. But before we move on, I want to show you here that this is the chart of the Base ecosystem, the Base trading volume. So I want to go with the volume for the 7 days. And you can see here that Synth Futures is the first protocol. It has been streaking down while Avantis has been growing so much on the 7-day volume, all right? It's the second biggest one. And then you have Vest Exchange, far behind, Flex Perpetuals, Synthetics, Desk. All of these, don't get me wrong, are super good opportunities, but they are so small that you should not really farm them right now. While you can farm Avantis, which will become #1 during the launch of its token, if you see Synth Futures here, Synth Futures is valued at 11 million market cap or 20 million market cap, 120 million fully diluted valuation. If you see the numbers here, in 1 month from now, Synth Futures will probably have caught up. Avantis will have caught up to Synth Futures, which essentially means that Avantis with 40k farmers is going to launch at 30 million maybe market cap and 130 million FDV. What does this mean? This makes it an amazing opportunity, because 40,000 people are going to get distributed with 20-30 million in token value. So it's an amazing multiplier. So again, Avantis for me is a no-brainer. One of the best airdrops to farm right now, and I'm farming it with $400, and I should actually increase this position. The other airdrop that I really like, but this is a little more risky, is the Dimex Exchange. So Dimex Exchange is a DEX on Cosmos ecosystem, which is something that I personally don't like. They've got a very complex system with Dimex points, credits. They've got lend borrow markets, they've got staking, perpetual pools. What I've done is I just went ahead and deposited some Atom that I had. So if you have funds in, the Cosmos ecosystem, you can use them to trade in this platform, earn money, lend borrow, get some points. We also have a squad here. So that's one of the biggest opportunities in this platform, that we've got this squad, that if we are able to rank it higher through trading, we're going to be able to get bigger boosts and more points, etc. But this platform is severely underfarmed. And the most important thing is that their snapshot will be taken in 3 days. So what I really like about this is that you go in 3 days, you trade fully, you do loads of work, you put big perps trades, etc. So you just farm volume, you get your points in 3 days, snapshot, airdrop, you're done. So I've added this in terms of this kind of opportunity because it just makes sense. And if you see here how much volume these guys have been doing, it's not that insane. The first guy has done 3 million in volume for the past, I don't know how many days. And then you can literally open up a position with 50x leverage and $200 and, go like to the top of the charts. Like, it's so easy. It's very, very underfarmed, and you can get really loads of points, like loads and loads of points. You can see here thousands of points getting earned by people with 2000 volume. So this platform is really underfarmed, and maybe, I actually think I should actually use my Atom to trade. So let me withdraw. Let me withdraw from this thing. So you can understand that this could, I know this community has some kind of very good traders. So if you're good at trading, or you can put up volume without losing money and close positions at break even, DMEX could probably be the biggest money grab you can do in the next 3 days, in all honesty. Then I want to go over some very nice exchanges that have a very low market cap and FDV, but they've got significantly high volume. The first one is Vertex Exchange. So this is super big. This is super big. Here you can see it builds on all of these platforms. 300 million in volume every day. 3 billion. I think it's the third biggest exchange on the weekly chart. Yep. It's down below Jupiter, in all honesty. So this is very good. It's a huge market. They build on so many. See here all of the D-apps and layers they build on. All of the new ones, all of the rising ones. So this has the potential to be a very, very good platform. And they've got this vault with StakeFi, so you may get an airdrop from that. Lend and borrow. The APRs are really, really low, in all honesty. Even for trading pools, they're not that great, but they probably offer very good trading rewards, arb incentives, all of these things. This is probably a very good platform to trade on. It looks beautiful. It's so clean. I really love it in terms of how it captures my eye. It feels so nice, in all honesty. And here you can see all of the pairs. They've got quite a lot of pairs. And again, mainly the volume is on Sol, Ethereum, and BTC. And they have also spot trading. But yeah, this seems beautiful. They also have got their own token, which is, in my opinion, a little bit undervalued. I think actually this is by far the best value-wise proposition. Like, it's insane how undervalued this protocol is, especially comparing with how much volume they do. And they've got a very good staking APR, okay? It's 35.6. Like, they've got an insane value proposition, listed also on major exchanges. And you can also go with Airdrop, deposit liquidity on Base, and earn extra yield on the token. They have a lot of things. Like, I really like this. I don't find anything bad about it. Maybe that the vaults are not that great. But yeah, I kind of like this platform. It just, in terms of numbers, it just makes sense. Okay. The next one is Merkle Trade. So about Merkle Trade, this is on Aptos, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't really use Aptos, in all honesty. But yeah, you have all of these things. Like, they've got this trading rewards tab. You can also get their token. So they've got a token. Yeah, right. They've got a token, but in terms of their volume, they do a load of volume, but their token is so undervalued. And I think this is mostly a problem of Aptos. Like, Aptos is so bad at valuations. Like, everything is so undervalued, so bad. They've got like a liquidity pool with a decent APR. You can deposit like USDC on it and get MKPL. Low TVL as well, but they've got loads of volume. They've got really loads of volume. And they've got enough pairs to trade on. And also good trade margins, like you can leverage a lot. So in all honesty, I don't really know what to tell you. I really don't know. And they've got like these Aptos rewards for traders. And you can use your points to get even more APT points and tokens or whatever. But yeah, I think value-wise, this is another good opportunity. Another good one that is mainly on Berachain is this Hold Station. I also seen the coin market cap of it, and it has a good value proposition. Volume is not super huge, kind of dying out, so maybe you want to avoid it. But it looks super nice, and they have like these vaults. They've got this liquidity vault, so you can just deposit funds, you can hold their token, you can do loads of sort of things. They've got also this explanation of how everything is working with honey and barrels. You can also just trade on it with good leverage, 100x. So yeah, I think it makes a little bit of sense. There's also these liquidity pools. This one is actually printing hard. Wow. Okay, so yeah, this is on Berachain. So if you're farming Berachain, I think you should give a look to Hold Station. And the nice thing about these perpetuals is that they're spread out. If you're farming, for example, Sonic, you go with Vertex. If you're farming Cosmos, you go with Dimex. If you farm Base, you go with Avantis, BSX. On Solana, you can go with Adrena. And yeah, I really like this. So let's go over to BSX and Adrena. Both of these are also, they have very small market cap, very small FDV. They're a little bit of newer platforms. They're not that old. Adrena is like a month old and already is doing a billion volume in like a month. Insane. And also BS great volume for how new it is. And I think BS is going to be one of the biggest exchanges of Avantis, in all honesty, of Base. So Avantis is going to take like the first spot, and I could see potentially in the future BSX rising and going to the second position. I could really see that. And what I like about BSX is that it has a very clean UI, very good looking, clean UI, loads of pairs as well. They've got like this insane trade thing. This is insane. Like you can go so high with leverage that it's literally like betting. They also got a vault with a very decent APR, and you deposit USDC for it. Yeah, so you might want to take a look at this. Maybe you want to take a look at this. I don't know what to tell you, but this vault looks pretty promising in all honesty. Very low TVL, the liquidation vault. They also have got a token, which is the BSX token. Now I don't know what kind of staking rewards they've got, how big it is, but their token is quite undervalued. Leaderboards, rewards. The trading volume of the top guys is also not that big, so it's pretty farmable in my opinion. But yeah, this is a quite decent airdrop. But in my opinion, I would focus on Avantis for now, and when Avantis finishes, I would flip over to BSX or maybe some other base perps. When the time comes, you reevaluate all of these numbers, you see which protocol is the hottest one, and you just move there. But for me right now, in all honesty, I'm fully on Avantis. Dimex, I have done some actions in the past. I don't really care right now about farming it. I will try to do some volume with my Atom that I showed you before, these $10. Try to generate 1,000 maybe dollar volume. And finally for Solana, I've got Zeta Markets here. It's so bad at its value proposition. It's one of the worst things to farm. Similar with Drift. These guys are so overvalued. They have no volume, guys. And they have such a high FDV for their volume. Like these, you really, anything, really guys, listen to me. Anything below orderly, you don't want to be touching. These perps, you should absolutely avoid. They have no value right now. With the volume they do, they've got no value at all. And they have a token out, and that makes their value so bad. They're so overvalued. Stay away from this. Stay away. Okay, so this is Adrena. So Adrena is one of the most interesting things that I have seen lately on the perps on Solana. So they've got like 3 pairs, if I'm not mistaken, like Bonk, BTC, Sol. All right, you trade, you can go very high with leverage, sort, swap, great. Powered by Jupiter. I like this. You also have your profile, which is completely gamified. And we're right now on season 2, the functions. So this is interesting. I really like this gamification and profile system. You can stake their ADX token, which is, as we said, undervalued, and you get 20% of the protocol fees distributed. You can also stake this lock this, and you get also extra bonuses. And using this, you can vote. All right? So that's also super, super nice. I think they've got a chat here. Is this a chat, in all honesty? Oh, this is insane. They've got actually a public chat. This is beautiful. They really build a community. Here is their ranked system where you can see the rewards distributed and you can join a team. So I'm going to join the Jito team, I think. Let's join the Jito team. Okay. And here you can see like the volume of each team. It's completely gamified to make like the teams trade with each other, fight with each other. Not a lot of people are farming this airdrop. They've got also a pool, the ALP pool, 6 million in total value logged, very decent APY, 146%. Like this is so under the radar as a platform and as an airdrop. And I also put it at the end of the video, like it's insane. But for all of the platforms that I showed you today, I will make a dedicated video, but you can deposit on ALP and get a very decent return on your money. Volume wise, the token is super good and there is a lot of volume in this platform. It's growing so much and it's going so well. And this is the daily fees, like 2 million, 3 million a day. It looks super nice. You can see all of the stats here. You can refer friends and you also have this kind of achievements. It's super gamified, man. It's super gamified. So you cannot expect like to have most of these. They don't have a lot of users, but they've got a very cult community. So execute your first trade, you close your first trade in profit, you get liquidated once. We've got all of these things. This looks super good. These are super nice. And you can continue building on all of these things and trades and get better. And yeah, I think that's good. That's nice. And they give you some kind of points, I think. Achievement points, which is nice, which is super nice. But yeah, guys, this is a very nice, like a very nice opportunity. I really like it, in my opinion. This looks beautiful. And yeah, they distribute quite a lot of funds, I gotta say. But yeah, I really like this. They've got the prize pools, the grow, gamified system. You know, on Solana, I would actually farm these perpetuals exchange. But I want to see on Solana how big Adrena is. So it's the third biggest, and it's obviously like there's no other, like Zeta is dead. So yeah, it's quite big, and it's going to surpass Drift. So this might actually be a very good deposit opportunity at this point. This might be a good entry. I don't know. Maybe not for ADX, their actual token, but it seems like it's growing. I don't know why it said that the volume is down. I don't know. Okay, that's interesting. So thank you so much for watching. I think this video was literally one of the most insane ones I have ever done, like so in depth. And we only covered like the good airdrops. I didn't even cover the bad ones. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.